Hey, yo, what is going down? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, as always, Otaku's and hikikomori out there's the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo 73 2011 aka Mania Wolverine. Of course, you guys are wrestling interests towards this channel. And as always, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff. Those are going to be another face cam I do later on today, but that's probably going to wait till either, like, if not today, if I don't do it today, I'll probably do it Sunday because I'm doing this on Saturday afternoon. Unless I'm off today. Usually Saturday, Sundays I'm off of work. But anyways, friends, I got 3 articles, but I'm probably only going to be able to show 2 of them because the third one might make my video a little bit choppier than it already is. So anyways, without further ado, let's begin. So this one comes from Push Square and VG24. The third article is from Newsweek, but it's a pretty super long, lengthy ass article, so I'm not going to read that one. This one's our nice, short, sweet. It's a magnifique to the fucking point. So yeah, so this one's called Tekken 7 Season Pass announced. And Lei Wulong, Anna Williams, and The Walking Dead are in this. Alright, so then the other one's The Walking Dead's Negan, and it's coming to be Tekken 7. I actually heard about this from a very strange and odd, even though I don't know if he's like considered a very big famous YouTuber overall in general. I know he's almost at I think he's 187,000 subs, so that's nothing to really scoff at, but and I know he's real good friends with like people like in a Smash Bros community like Etika, Nairo, and what's his name? Something Juice, Hungry Box. I think that's what his name was. And a lot of them in the Smash Bros community. He's very, very big there. And he's a really good anime reviewer because I know he's real big into One Piece, even though that's not really a big fan for me. But I do like these 2 other animes we do have in common. We do love the shit out of, which is Hero Academia and Attack on Titan. So I gotta give him credit for that. Talking about none other than Mr. Rogers Base himself. I think he actually came out here to Vegas because they were doing this real big thing. I think it was either Luxor or the Mandalay Bay. I'm not sure because I know there's a lot of competitive gaming and shit that goes there almost all the time. And it barely started like 2 years ago. I know it was like late 2015 or 2016. They started coming out here. I wish they would have did that years ago because the last thing they had that was like, I think it was like 2009 or 2010 when the Mandalay Bay did that whole Minecon for a lot of Minecraft fans out there. You probably know what that is. They most of the time they do that a lot in Canada and Europe most of the time. I think they only seem to do it once here in the United States, and that was here. That was a long time ago. I think it was like 9-10 years ago. It was a while back. And that's when before competitive gaming came out here in the U.S. Well, actually, no, it's all over. It's mainly L.A., New York, but there's a few of events here that get like hosted at the Luxor, and I know that LA Bay's real big over there on the Strip. And I always see it all the time when I get out of work, because you know I work at one of the hotel casino jobs on there. There's shit ton of extra traffic that goes out there. Whew! It's just straight out of mind-blowing. And it even says it on the front, because I actually went inside that Luxor Hotel a couple times, and it's pretty damn big. Small as fuck as it is. But anyway, so it says, yeah, let's get into this thing right here. That's what I'm here to talk about. Oh yeah, links to both of the videos I'll keep in the description box down below, and shout out to Rogers Base, even though he's almost at 200,000 subscribers. Some of you people probably already know who he is. If you're into the Smash Bros. Competitive community, whether you're in that community, or if you're in the other community, which is anime community, you might know who he is. Because he does a couple of reactions here and there. So it says, well, we never saw that coming after hinting that there's nothing too huge that will be shown at EVO 2018 for Tekken 7. Director, I'm probably not even going to say that right. I'm just going to call him Harada. Harada took the main stage following the game's tournament and reveal. A lot of stuff. First off, Tekken 7 is getting a second season pass and will include 6 new characters, including the returning fighters of Anna Williams, which I lost my fucking mind when I was watching Roger Base's reaction to it. And holy freaking shit, my dude. That's pretty damn bad. And I actually was at one of those auditoriums, but it wasn't for EVO, unfortunately. It was for this little, like, thing, or at a hotel casino, people, they do this, like, it was a free event, too. I've been to one of those big-ass arenas where the Mandalay Bay has it. That place is huge as fuck. There's a shit ton of security now after what happened last year, which I'm not going to get into that, because I want my channel getting terminated, but, holy shit, man. It was really, really fun. I remember it was like this little thing where all these, like, and I'm not in that department of hotel casino. I usually do other stuff, which I'm not going to say, but I think it was in a different department where a lot of, like, a lot of the servers, and I was trying to remember their names. I know 2 of my friends were over there, and then the other one last year, because they do this thing every year. It's mainly free for the locals that they do it for. I think it goes for, like, a lot of the maids, and then that's what it was. I know they're in the maids and, like, service department and carpentry departments. They do this little competition once a year at the Mandalay Bay. So I'm able to go there for free since I work at one of the hotel casinos. It's not Mandalay Bay, by the way. It's some other one. But it's pretty fun. And seeing that whole level of event, the way Rogers Bay saw, oh, that shit was so fucking cool. One of these days, if I have a shit ton of money, one day, probably gonna have to save up a crap ton for it because locals don't get any like discounts for those events. So, anyways, I'm totally gonna go to one of those. So it says on, let's see. This will include 6 new characters, including the returning fighters Anna Williams, and there's much more requested Lei Wulong. I don't know who he was. He might have been Tekken 6 or 7 only. That's why I don't know him that well. I only played up to like Tekken 4, and after that, 5 and 6 I completely skipped over because I was at a point in my life where I was already like focused on a lot of my high school and community college studies and shit like that. So fortunately, I wasn't able to play Tekken 5 and 6. Both have brand new designs and look pretty darn cool. The weirdest news, though, here though, is that Negan from The Walking Dead will also be joining the roster. Yes, we can't believe that there's quite real enough. That's quite real either. But here we are, weird. If that wasn't enough, the second trailer shows the whole new Tekken 7 gameplay merchandise, including a kind of wall bounce and sends opponents back into the range and to the attackers. New moves for existing characters also look like they're going to be added. Tekken 7 Season Pass 2 is coming soon, but will he be hyped? Practice your drunken fist in the comment section down below. They actually made if any of you guys are old school Naruto or even Naruto Shippuden fans out there, you already know where that comment is from. It's a little like Naruto Rock Lee Drunken Fist reference that they made there. As I know the English dub version, they had to like censor it out from that to Loopy Fist because they didn't want kids drinking alcohol and shit like that, or getting super drunk off at a young age or teens like that. But remember, as Naruto, I think it was like 2002 or 03, so I was just barely getting into my adolescent teen years at that particular point in time. So yeah, it was really, really fun stuff. So anyways, let's get on to VG24s. So shout out to Shara Seeded. I think that's how you say it. Shara Sad or Sharif Said. Alright, so here you go. So it says Tekken 7 dropped out a couple of, from VG24 by the way, dropped out a couple of big announcements of the EVO fighting game in 2018. Fighting game tournament over the weekend. At EVO 2018, Namco announced that Tekken 7 is getting a second season of content. 6 new characters will be joining Tekken's. They didn't say nothing about 6. I thought it was just 4. Holy shit, okay. Will be joining the Tekken's roster as part of the new season, with new season passes to be made available at a later date. The biggest and most unexpected announcement, of course, is The Walking Dead's villain, Negan, a baseball bat-wielding brute that's coming to Tekken 7. This is the version seen on the AMC shows, on the AMC show. I was going to show something else. I don't know why I did a typo there. My bad. And it appears to be voice acting by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the actor who portrays Negan. The revealed trailer is sadly doesn't offer a reason of date to show any of the gameplay off of Negan. But it's still one hell of an announcement. The more characters were revealed in Tekken 7 Season 2, but they are both returning favorites. I thought it said something else again. I don't know. I can't fucking read today. Hold on. So it says, the first is Anna Williams. I was a shit ton happy with that reveal. That blew my ass the fuck away when that girl, because I always thought she was a billion times more hotter and sexier compared to Nina Williams. Man, she was alright. She was cute and adorable. She was like some buff man version of freaking Samus Aran. So that's why I never saw as a hot, attractive, sexy people's ass. She was decent, but she wasn't as good as Anna. Anna was so much more kick-ass. And she has that giant bazooka thing gun. Oh, my God. Nostalgia City all the way. I loved it. So I'll get into that in a little bit. So it says, the first is Anna Williams, Nina's sister, who serves as Kazuya, I think that's what you say, Kazuya Mishima's bodyguard. Anna appeared in various Tekken games in the past, and she looks better than ever. And I remember when I was a 90s kid, I did see that old school Tekken, what was it called, anime movie that came out years ago. I think I was a baby when it came out, but I didn't see it until like 4 or 5 years later when I was about 6 or 7 at the time as a 90s kid. That shit was so damn awesome. I mean, back in the days, I don't know, I sound like an old man. I remember back in my day. But VHSs were a real big thing at the time. And I remember one of my uncles had this really cool kick-ass anime thing. It was so fucking awesome, man. And I just fell in love with her and Kazuya. Kazuya was the real bad version. I think he was supposed to be the son of, I always get his name wrong, man. Hitachi or Hihachi. I think it's Hitachi. And he always ended up being a real asshole evil villain, but he was a cool asshole, a badass motherfucker. Besides him, and then another evil villain I saw in the Dragon Ball Z series, like Cell, as I grew up as a 90s kid, he was a cool asshole. And then Gary Oak, obviously for Pokemon. Other than that, let's move on. So it says, there we have Wei Long, who brings back his various animal-based fighter instinct style. Tiger, crane, leopard, snake, and dragon. And Wulong's different stances. All of which can be seen with the trailer. Wulong is another classic Tekken character inspired by Jackie Chan. I thought it was Martial Law that was that one from the Tekken series, or him, or Jake Bomb, or Jack Bomb, or whatever it was his name. I thought they were inspired by Jackie Chan. I didn't know Wulong was inspired by Jackie Chan. But then again, I never played 5 and 6, so I barely know anything about that character. So it says, probably gonna have to go on the wiki for that if I want to know more about it. So it says no releases from the start. No release date for the start of the new seasons was provided. Alright, and then it says something down here. Sometimes we include links in our store. If you click on one or more purchases, we're going to see a confirmation. Okay, it's not important. So overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Let me just get back to this. Anna fucking Williams is the absolute shit. I love the shit out of her voice actors. I don't know if she's still alive or not, because the VHS old school, like Tekken, I think it was Tekken, the old school Tekken, before the CGI one came out with the girl that had those giant, like metal, like saw blades that was a robot android. Before that version of Tekken came out, and then it was like 2003 or 06 at the time. I remember that one a little bit, but I never got to see it because this is one around the era when like Blu-ray DVD was just barely being available for the public at the time. And of course, I was in middle school. I barely had any time to watch VHS because, you know, the internet was a thing with social media and all that stuff. I was getting really, really hooked into it at the time. As a young man, from 13 through 18, most of my life in that teen years, holy shit. I was addicted to crap ton of porn and Rule 34 at that time, too. So I didn't have any time to be watching any Tekken movies at that time. But anyways, as far as overall thoughts and opinions, the first 2 seasons, I'm not going to lie, walking over really cool. And after about the 4th season, or maybe the 4th or 5th season, I kind of got really, really bored of it. So I just dropped it. I don't know where the hell they're at in that season now. I think they're like season 20 or 25 or something, or the 15th season. Holy shit, man. So any future Walking Dead fans are really, really, really big into that. Not like real old school ones, like when we were there for the first 3 or 4 seasons. Or 3 seasons for me. I don't know about anyone else or you guys, but it was alright. But a lot of the story just kept getting really, really boring and very repetitive, very, very quickly. I got really sick and tired of this shit, so I kind of dropped that series. I was like, fuck it, I'm going back to anime. I mean, live action, some of the live action's really cool. Sometimes I'll occasionally watch a little bit of Luke Cage and a little bit of, not the Punisher, but that was that other one. The CW is like Flash, that one's really cool, and Arrow. I'll watch that occasionally. Not all the time, like how hardcore like Marvel DC fans are really, really big like that, but other people, they might, I don't know. It depends on everyone's in their own little details of space, in their own little details of fandoms in different communities, if you catch my drift. Other than that, friends, one other thing I do want to say, oh my god, if they bring another dude like Lao Kahn, if Liu Kang came back, or someone else is in the Tekken series, I'm trying to remember because I haven't played Tekken in a long-ass time, man. Or if they do like a DC thing, like, you know how DC Universe, sometimes they mix a couple Mortal Kombat enemies on there, sometimes they'll mix Star Wars or Star Trek enemy in there, or someone from Warner Brothers. What if they added like somebody like Batman? That'd be weird as fuck if they added Batman to the Tekken series. It probably wouldn't be that cool. Or maybe like a supervillain like, not Gator, what was his name? Killer Croc. If they added somebody like Killer Croc, or even like the Joker, like Tekken, that would be pretty kick-ass. In my own personal opinion, it would be. So, Bandai Namco, if you ever made that happen, you will be the absolute greatest freaking video gaming industry studio company of all freaking time. Give it a bless. And for any of you guys, any of you guys that listen to Twitch and Discord, you probably get a guess in the chat or some shit, a bless in the chat. But anyways, friends, that's all I gotta say for now. Links to script files down below to the trailer, and link to Roger Base's reaction to that whole thing down below. And I'm out here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. Of course, as always, I'm talking to hikikomori's out there. I will see you when I see you guys. Good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world out there. Don't drink smoke at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective out there. Stay tuned for more future content on this channel, for more future article sessions with video gaming industry news, anime manga news, internet news when September comes around the corner next month. Outdoor chat and breeze vlogs I'll be posting. Peace out, my sauerkrauts. Take it easy, stay safe. Ladies and goodbye. We'll see you on the flip side. I'm out of here and I am gone.